What up guys, Ryan Irwin here with you, and I just want to give you a breakdown of the meet I did yesterday along with the training cycle that led up to it and just miscellaneous whatnot. I do this mainly for myself, just as a record, so then that way as I go back I can see what went right, what went wrong, what I can improve on, and just general information. So yesterday had a powerlifting meet down in Lee Summit, Missouri. It was the USPA, I believe it was called the Midwest Classic, something like that. It was a great meet. They did a really good job putting it on. My first USPA meet. Very well run, organized well. Everybody had a great attitude. The handlers, the judges, everybody I thought did a really good job. So good experience overall. I'd recommend it if anybody's looking for a meet. So going into this meet was a very challenging prep. The month of May is an extremely busy month for me. My wife and I promote the bodybuilding competition here in Des Moines. So a lot of preparation, a lot of time, a lot of energy goes into that, as well as the other competitions that go on afterwards. The month of May, basically there's a competition every weekend. I'm usually traveling as a judge or involved somehow, so very busy. So needless to say, training during that month is a challenge. So I do the best I can and give it everything I can. As well, in June was busy, and actually about 3 weeks out from the competition I had to go travel and had to work 12-hour days, extremely hard work, but I was able to get training in as best as I could. And then that being said, right after it left me about a week before my taper when I came back from that trip. I was extremely exhausted and I had a very, very rough week of training. I did expect that, so I wasn't completely off guard, but the last weekend before training I missed a bench press, and then I missed a squat, and deadlifts felt extremely heavy. I would not recommend doing that, and what I mean by that is missing lifts. Never want to miss lifts in the gym, period. And then especially a week out from your meet. It plays mind games on you. It's a good way to get injured. You know, that's what meets are for, in my opinion, whether it be actual meets or mock meets. But needless to say, I recognized that my body was extremely tired, and I was able to convince myself, and I took a week and just deloaded, tapered. Monday and Wednesday I did a very light workout and just tried to get as much sleep as I could. Always focused on my nutrition, just recovered. And needless to say, it paid off. I came in to meet and felt great. So just to kind of recap, I weighed in Friday afternoon about 4 or 5 o'clock. Weighed in at 163. You know, I've been floating around 166, so I didn't really have much of a weight cut, and just dropped a few pounds afterwards. I went and recharged. I knew it was going to be a good day because I found a Waffle House. I don't know what they put in their waffles, but something in there is amazing after weigh-ins, and I've always had a good meet after that. So I found a Waffle House, and so I ate there, and just, you know, filled up, recharged, ate as much as I could. Friday night. Saturday, went in there feeling good, woke up, felt good, started warm-ups and everything, felt really, really good. And you kind of know, at least I do, when you start warming up how things are going to feel for the day. So squats went very well. You know, I hit all 3 lifts. I missed 435 in the gym. That was the weight that I hit before. I missed it, and that's where I hit the last meet, so I was hoping that I could come back and get better than that, but I was leaving that open. But when I hit my second attempt, which is 425, that felt very light, felt very good. So I went ahead and went up to 451, and I got it. It felt very solid. One of the things that I did for this training cycle was I did overload walkouts. So after I would do my set of squats, I would put about 105%, 110% on the bar of my max. I walk out with it and take about 5 deep breaths or so, just to get used to feeling the weight on my back. So in that way, when I got under that bar, it wasn't the first time I had that heavy weight on me, and that felt great. I mean, I was really happy with that, because when I had that 451 on my back, it didn't feel anything crazy. So, then we went on to bench press. Now, bench press. One of my goals of this meet was to hit a 1,300 pound total, and in order to do so, I needed to hit 450 on the squat. And when I did that, my wheels started turning in my head. I said, okay, this might be achievable. So bench press, I'm still, my shoulder had that injury. It's feeling pretty good. I'm still a little unsure about it. So I opened light, 265, felt pretty good. So I went up to 285. And 285 felt great, awesome, easy, but I got 2 red lights because apparently my butt went up, and that's the judge's call. I looked at the video and it wasn't overly apparent, but I could see where maybe it did happen. I'm not going to argue with the judges, so but I had to make a decision. And did I stick with the plan, going for a heavier weight? 303 was what I was planning on going to, or get a weight that I knew I could get. And get a better total. So I went with the smarter decision, went with 292, just to make sure. I wanted to make sure it was a guarantee that I got it, and I smoked it. I mean, it was easiest one out of the 3. I probably had at least a good 15 pounds left in me. So got it, 3 white lights, of course. Disappointed to know that, but at the same time, it was a learning lesson. Every lift, have to pay attention to all the technicalities, so don't get sloppy, don't rush it, each lift has to count. Went on to deadlift. At this point, I didn't see me getting 1,300 pounds. It wasn't going to be attainable, but I didn't want to leave anything on the table for the deadlift. So I actually went up to the referees and I increased my opener 10 pounds, opened up with 485. Felt great, felt fast, liked the bar. I knew it was going to be a good day. Then I went up to I think it was 518, and that felt even faster. So then I had to make a decision, and I decided to go up to 450, which was 540, which was a 5 pound PR, all-time PR. 540 was my previous, I went 545. Went up there and I just felt great. I mean, I pulled it, didn't hesitate, it was pretty fast. Looking back at it, the way it felt on video, I probably had another 10 pounds in me, which could have gotten that 1,300 pound total, but that's the game we play in powerlifting. So needless to say, very pleased overall. 2 PRs, squat PR, deadlift PR, overall total PR. Didn't hit that 1,300, but I know that I had a perfect meet, and I had to have a perfect meet. It was attainable, so very pleased on that. Planning on running a similar training cycle this next round. Focusing on getting ready for me probably late August, early September, and then I'll probably do another one in November. So hoping to get some more confidence back in the shoulder, figure out where my bench press is, so then that way I don't have that same situation. I'm going to continue to work on overloading my squats, because that seemed to work well, as well as doing deficit deadlifts and breathing rack pulls in addition to my deadlifts off the floor. So I appreciate everybody's support. Thanks for checking in, and we'll keep you posted.